first, Cardinals clearly not tanking, at least from a player personnel standpoint. Maybe the ownership believed that they were going to, and now they're
Josh
just
Dobbs is spoiling all their plans.
Josh Dobbs. I mean, seems to we know that he has a really high IQ because we know going back to college, the guy is a genius. He had some engineering degree. Guy is super smart coming out of Tennessee, but to be a backup wherever it is that he went out of, and I think he was a backup at Pittsburgh, but to allow as many teams to pass up on him that need a quarterback, namely the Jets, how did nobody scoop this guy up?
They weren't going to scoop him up when they were planning on having Aaron Rodgers as their starting quarterback, dude. They could use him now, but
make a trade.
Oh no,
what?
That's the Cardinals' only option right now.
To tank.
I mean, they've got one more win than the two others that are competing for right now in Denver and the Bears.
And it comes down to who is the worst team of all this week as they're playing each other.
Yep. How soon?
Good old toilet bowl.
How soon is too soon to bench Dak? You guys clearly know I'm not a fan of Dak. I don't think he's all that good. And clearly against the team that we all thought was going to tank at the beginning of the season, did not have a very good showing. He went 25 for 40, 249 yards, interception, 2 sacks, had a QBR of 40.
Now it's too soon to start talking about benching Dak, honestly. You're not going to bench him. He's under that big contract. It's not going to happen. They're not going to bench him at all.
Jared pays that boy too much money.
And the Cardinals actually have a pretty solid defense. You may not think because they're trying to tank or saying they're trying to tank or whatever, but they've been competitive in every game so far and played hard-nosed defense every single game. And it just so happens the Cowboys cannot run the ball right now efficiently.
Even with Tony Pollard back there? Did they need to keep Zeke? I don't know. Obviously, he's got
replacing him with a midget probably wasn't the best option.
Also, you just said they weren't running the ball efficiently. Tony Pollard had 23 carries for 122 yards, 5.3 yards per carry.
Against the Cardinals?
Against the Cardinals.
That's a fine.
It wasn't whenever it was mattering. It was garbage
fat
time.
Fine.
We're fine.
Give it to me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Cowboys suck.
It's your second fine of the year. So I'll be on the lookout for reasons to make you pay me money.
I don't know if
last place. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to pay you.
Shut up.
I think they would fire their head coach before they bench Dak.
It's Mike McCarthy.
But I would not rule out them benching Dak because it was to a point last year when Dak came back from injury and Cooper only had the backup. Cooper only had one loss. He was 5-1.
What's his last name?
I don't remember.
What's his last name, Tyler?
I don't remember.
You want to give it
a Cooper Rush.
Listen, so I know Jerry Jones puts the coaches in place. Like he selects the head coach, but I feel like if you bench Dak, it's more of a saying that Jerry Jones was wrong to pay him that amount of money. When you can scapegoat the head coach and be like, well, it's not Dak's fault. I paid him the money for the reason. It's the coaches that are causing him problems and not putting him in a place to win and blah, blah, blah. Just like they scapegoated their offensive coordinator from the year before. It was not Kellen Moore, right?
Yep.
It wasn't Kellen Moore's fault. And that seems to kind of be a consensus around media heads that actually know what the hell they're talking about. Jerry Jones is a very prideful man. And like I said, I think if you bench Dak, it calls into question his decision to pay him more than if you scapegoat the head coach even though Jerry put him there in the first place. Yeah, I don't see them benching Dak
Jerry's
at
already
all.
been questioned. Jerry's been questioned for a long time. Why did they keep Tony Romo for as long as they did? Why pay Dak? There's been the questions about why paying Dak since they paid him. And there have been questions in the media on when you're
But
going to bench Dak.
so
Like,
if you go ahead and bench Dak, Jerry is you're you're giving into that criticism. You're agreeing with the criticism, like Dak wasn't worth the money,
at some
is what
point,
I'm saying.
you need to be like John Lynch, GM of the 49ers, and actually admit when you're wrong. Now that's something that's going to be hard to
And
do for
trade a
Jerry
bunch of
Jones, a
picks
billionaire.
and waste a
But
first round pick on Trey Lance.
I mean, hey, at some point you got to man up and be like, "Hey, I screwed up, and it is what it is." And if
Jerry
we're
is
going to have a
never going to
better
do that.
football team, no,
When
of
the
course
hell have
Jerry's
you
not.
when whatever behavior in Jerry Jones's past has led you to think that he was actually going to man up about something? Please let me know.
Hey, dude could turn over a leaf at 90.
He's just gonna like shell out hush money. Like, shut up, stop talking about me. Here's $1 billion.
Why do you think Skip Bayless talks the way he does?
Because he's on Jerry's payroll. Is that what we're talking about?
Exactly.